So where do I begin? Let me clarify this first. I am not trashing on this movie. Let me get out of that way. I am not going to trash on this movie. I will admit, I was one of those people. I'm not sure how many of these people there are. I was one of those people that did come out and basically, I didn't trash on it, but I thought it was an okay movie. I thought Godzilla vs. Destoroyah was an okay movie. Up until about, I want to say, it's January, so about like 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago, when I rewatched it. Then I thought, okay, it's a great movie. I enjoyed it. It's a lot better than what I remembered. And then, I saw a tweet. About 5-6 days ago. And the tweet was, is there anything you would change about Godzilla vs. Destoroyah? My response, I quoted this tweet, was, take Destoroyah out of the movie. This was not gaslighting. I'm someone who will gaslight people. I tend to do that. I will come forth and say sometimes I do enjoy that. And this is not one of those times. Now, bear with me. This is unscripted video. Like, I don't. This movie that I discuss, everything I discuss today, is going to be based off of memory. So, you're going to have to bear with me. Just bear with me on this video. Hear me out. Just hear me out. That's all you have to do. Just hear me out. I know you guys can do it. We got this. So, yes, in my humble opinion, I believe Destoroyah shouldn't have been in the movie in the first place. Shouldn't have been in the movie. And it's for one big reason. And that reason is because he was a side character. And I mean that in the most minimal way possible. He was like the most side character you can get in like a movie or like a show. I don't even know what like a descriptor would be for how minimal Destoroyah, how little of a threat he was in the whole movie to the main human cast. It wasn't a lot. They treated it like it was nothing. It was nothing, or they didn't bring him up at all. Nothing. Their main focus was Godzilla. Even Junior was a part of this entire plan of, trying to freeze Godzilla. Even Junior had a bigger role than Destoroyah in this movie. I'm trying to think of a way to verbalize. If you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, Destoroyah is like Tien. I think that's the best way I could describe it. Not Krillin. Listen, although Krillin doesn't get a lot of action anymore, he doesn't get a lot of action, but he's Goku's friend. He's Goku's best friend. He's making an appearance. Tien doesn't make appearances all the time. Tien's just there. You know he exists, and that's it. That's it. You like, there's Tien. Oh, what's the rest of the cast doing? That's Destoroyah. That's Destoroyah in this movie. That's what he is. That's how I feel. Destoroyah is nothing. If you take a look at all the other Heisei movies, every other antagonist has caused some major threat to the planet, except for Destoroyah. Not saying if we're gonna go with what ifs, if we're gonna go with if Destoroyah would have lived, he would have. Yes, you're right. You're right. If he would have, if he didn't die, he would have caused as much chaos as Space Godzilla or King Ghidorah or whatever the Heisei movie, other Heisei, antagonists were. I'm not denying that. Not denying that at all. But as I continued to watch, as I recall, and as I continued to watch the movie, the main characters do not care that this thing exists. Dude, they don't care. Destoroyah, he's not there. He might as well just not be in the damn movie. Because the primary focus, the main antagonist of this movie is just Godzilla. They could have made this movie based on, honestly, even with Godzilla like dead, you know, and the way the movie ended and like Junior being revived, Destoroyah wasn't needed. He wasn't needed. You didn't need Destoroyah in this movie. He wasn't there. He was used for a big monster fight, and honestly, that's what we like. That's what we as Godzilla fans like. We like a big monster fight. But at times, you know, a solo film, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. Listen, Godzilla King of the Monsters, 1954. Gojira. That's what I'm referring to. Not the 2019. Not that mess. No, we're not talking about that. But 1954, great. The Return of Godzilla. I personally didn't watch it, so I can only speak. I'll take Chris's word for it. It's great. Godzilla here, again, the focus of the movie. As he is in all of the movies, but he is the main focus with all the main character, with the main cast. With the main cast, he is the main focus. Period. I recall there being a scene where they're kind of monitoring the whole situation with Junior and everything, and with Godzilla, and then Destroyer's there. Like, oh, there's Destoroyah. All right, what's Godzilla doing up to? It's not there. The threat is not there with Destoroyah. It's not there. It's there. He's not an emphasis. King Ghidorah was a threat. They were like, oh my goodness, this thing's gonna wipe out the Earth. Space Godzilla, I'm like, oh my gosh, like we are in trouble. Like Tokyo's in trouble. The Earth is in trouble. You know. But even in Mechagodzilla 2, they saw Godzilla as a constant threat. And, you know, that's the way they kind of took Godzilla in this movie. Like, oh, this is a threat. Except on a much larger scale at this point. But you see where I'm getting at here. In a lot of Godzilla films, there has been some major, like, world, Tokyo, country collapsing enemy, and they've made like a giant deal about it. And sometimes Godzilla is like, Godzilla's, he's there, and they just have to kind of like let them fight. That, yes, I used that term. Sometimes it's just like that. That's the way it has to be. But this doesn't do it. This doesn't do it. Destoroyah could have. It's just no. It's just no, and it's a shame because Destoroyah is a cool character. Destoroyah, like, cool design, cool powers. You know, I like Destoroyah, except in this movie. That is the one thing I would fix and improve about Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. That is why I think it's not the best Heisei movie, is simply because just the poor utilization of Destoroyah. I think I've got my point across. Big side character energy, big Tien energy. He is like, if I could put in any other terms outside of Dragon Ball, maybe like Naruto, Destoroyah is like, I don't know, Konohamaru. Doesn't do a whole lot, but it's there. I shouldn't say that, but I'll let you create your own. I will let you create your own. I shouldn't say metaphor, but I'll let you create your own similarities between other side characters and Destoroyah. But that's me. That is my opinion. This is how I truly feel about Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. You take Destoroyah out of the movie, it's better, and you get the same. You essentially get the same story. You get the same story. Nothing changes about it. Nothing big changes about the story at all. Mickey's still chasing after Junior. Everyone's still crazy about, like, how are you going to stop Godzilla? Because this is world ending. That's it. That is it. That's the whole movie. And then Destoroyah, they just this little thing they had to throw in there just for a fight. But I'm sounding like a broken record right now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know, if you agree, awesome, cool. If you disagree, let me know why you disagree. You know, be respectful. You know, don't go out here anyone calling them bubble blowing babies. Don't be calling people L7 weenies just because, you know, they're expressing their opinions. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that is it, guys. Catch you later.